Hello, so some food for thought today. So basically, comparing retirees with artists. There's a lot in common actually. The motivation to do things has to be intrinsic. Could be goals as well. As an artist, you can have jobs. But most artists, they do things because they love to do them, right? There's no boss telling them what to do. Nobody telling them how they should live their days, and so it has to be all invented, and that's how I've lived my life, right? I used to be a professional juggler, and then I trained as a physical theatre actor, and even now my days, nobody tells me what I should be doing, right? I don't have a boss, I'm independent. And when we retire, we can draw a lot of lessons from this, right? So basically, we're looking for our muse in retirement, something that fills us with inspiration and wants us to, could be working on artist projects, right? But let's not think of art just as drawing and painting. Let's think of art as doing things for the pure joy of doing them. Like now, for example, I'm going for a walk. Yeah, I'm doing it for my fitness. I'm doing it because I like to feel really in my body. But I'm doing it also for the love of walking, for the love of being in nature. And this street I'm doing, actually walking along, this is it's the Franciscan Way, and it's a slight deviation that goes towards our house. So from Rome it all goes all the way up to Assisi, and it goes all the way up to Canterbury actually, but there's just a slight deviation. We go to this Abbazia di Farfa, the Farfa Abbey, which I've just come from, and beautiful medieval church. Anyway, let's not get distracted, right? So, you know, we've lost our structure and our identity. And the idea now is to create a new identity. You know, even artists, they have their personas. So let's have fun and just call yourself, give yourself a new name for this retirement phase. Not like old fart. That could get you some laughs, you know. But so I've heard that people that were like doctors before they retired, they like this doctor bit before their name. You know, it sort of gave them a reason, and it sort of gave them an identity. And but the idea is that you have to find your new identity now, and it's going to be much more beautiful actually in the end when you do find it. Who is you? Who are you without all your roles attached to you? In your essence, what is in there waiting to burst out, to come out into the world. And you can have conversations about this with people. You can say, yeah, what do you think that I'm naturally good at? Or you can start to write down some things that have been on your mind that you've wanted to do, you know? And the last video we were talking about bucket lists, and I just came across another man talking about bucket lists. Brilliant actually. It was about the anti-bucket list. So I'm just going to throw it in here while I'm drifting, while I'm walking, right? And the anti-bucket list is basically just write down all the things that you've actually accomplished so far in your life. What were all the things that you wanted to do that you've done? And putting all those down takes a little bit of pressure off having to accomplish and do more and more in your retirement now. So try it out. Write down 10 or 20 things that you're actually quite proud of, and they could be learnt to use a computer. It could be I went on an adventure. I don't know. I'm just making things up now, but I'm sure you have your own things that you've accomplished. You know, for me, I've written 2 books, and they're huge. You know, a book is a big job. Before you think about your legacy project as a book, you ought to think about it because it's a big job. But it could be very, very rewarding, especially if it's something that would help people in the future. So anyway, that's that's how my brain works. I'm sure if you're on this channel and watching me here, your brain probably works a little bit like that too, zapping around all over the place. So yes, the things that you've accomplished in your life, write them down. And then sit with it, and how does it feel? How does it feel to look at that? And what is calling you next? I think that's the thing. Because we look so far ahead of ourselves, and exactly what we need to be doing is right in front of us. Sometimes just having the courage just to do that thing, right? So yeah, this is my video of the week. How retirement is like being an artist. So it's very loose interpretation. I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comments. That'd be really cool. So have an amazing week, and catch you next week.